Everyone enjoys getting out on the town for some live music. And there's nothing like going backstage and down the hall for a VIP pass to the inside information and interviews with the bands, singers, and songwriters that you enjoy. Welcome to Hall Around Town Radio's Backstage Hall Pass, a showcase of homegrown talent, mixing independent music with personal interviews and a behind-the-scenes look at our music community. Backstage Hall Pass is your front row center seat to some great conversation with the area's most talented artists. Whether you like rock, blues, folk, country, or R&B, Backstage Hall Pass delivers you a daily dose of the stories behind the music. And now, here's the host of our show, Scott Hall.
All right, everybody. Good afternoon. Good afternoon and welcome. Welcome to Backstage Hall Pass here at Hall Around Town Radio for a Monday. It's our weekend update. How's everybody today? Hope you're doing all right. We'll see who checks in here. Haven't been notified we're live yet. Still looking for that. There we go. We're up and running. So let's see what we have. Let's see what happens here, people. How y'all doing? Say something out there if you're with me. Jim McCarthy in the house. How you doing, Jim? Thank you. Peggy James, haven't seen you in a long time. Hope you're doing all right. Jim Kilroy, thank you for dropping by today. Good to have you with us. Who else is on the show today? Tanya Hahn in the house. How you doing, Tanya? Kevin Cooper. Kevin Cooper has joined the party. He has. Hi, Monique. Thank you for dropping in today. Daniel Brosh in the house from The Weekend Effect. We're going to be talking about them in just a minute. Had a huge weekend of music that we participated in this weekend. We did. Dewey. Thank you. Yeah, it's my contraband shirt. It is. When Glenn comes on, he'll say that. He knows that. All right, what's going on? Seven West in the house. Seven, we did give you a big shout out last week, but congratulations on the birth of that new beautiful baby girl you have. We are so happy for you and Jessica. And you had a killer weekend too, I hear, playing with the Kentucky Headhunters and all that. Looked like a great show for you guys. Put on by my buddy Al Pacho and Ace High Events. All right. It was good to see you, Jim. Yes. That jam session was fun on Thursday night. It was. Tanya, good to have you with us. Hi, Robbie. Thank you for being here. Let me shout out some people who are joining us here live, and then we'll get started with our weekend update because I've got a bunch to talk about. Hello, Dale Robinson. Thank you for posting on our page earlier today. Over 60 of you posting who you got to see over the weekend. Looked like a hell of a weekend of music for everyone. It did. It did. Hi, Ray Renee. Thank you for being here. Yes. And Glenn's in Indy waiting to see Tom Jones. There you go. You know, it's not unusual that you're somewhere. Little plug. Little shameless plug there. What's up? Robert, greetings to you. Jamie Minnick, happy Monday to you as well. And Seven, yeah, you had a great weekend, buddy. You did. And Jill Drew's watching, but can't hear in a restaurant waiting to go. So should I sign language this stuff to you or something? I don't know how to do that, but yeah. Good. Have fun with the old Tom Jones. Hopefully he'll throw you one of his scarves, Jill. He will. Rooster Fries in the house. Happy Monday to you. Ty Richards from Truck. We're going to talk about them as well in just a little bit as we recap our wonderful weekend of music, especially what went on at the Dayton Art Institute Oktoberfest. And if you didn't get it posted on our page today, who you got to see, throw it in the comments today and we'll give them a shout out as well. Hi, Heidi. Thank you for being here. Hi, Kevin. Heidi, it's been a while. Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing all right. I do. All right. Let's get back to the beginning of the old prompter here so I can talk a little bit. Couple things. Hi, Sarah from Crying Out Loud. Thank you for being here. Yes. Skip. And Jill said we will. So obviously she can hear now. She's not only sign languaging her, but she can actually hear. Skip from Liars for Hire. Heather in the house from Heather's Cafe in beautiful downtown Springboro, where we spent a little time over the weekend. We did on Saturday night, and we'll talk about that here in just a moment as well. First and foremost, guys, our thoughts and prayers go out to the Burton family and the Neal family. The Neal family is close to our family from my former employment. And they laid to rest Officer Sierra Neal today. Officer Sierra Burton today. she's engaged to Sierra Neal. And what a tragedy that was for Officer Burton and her family. And again, our thoughts go out to all of them today as they have a very difficult day laying her to rest. And also want to mention, a lot of you out there have been asking, and I've had messages about our apparel, which is online, the Support Local Music apparel. If you would like to have some of that, you only have a few days left, about 7 days left, I think, on that order before they shut it down again and process the order. So it is on our page. There is a link to it in the comments. You'll see the poster on our page of all the shirts, hats, and such. And if you want to order some of that, please get it in quick because they'll be shutting that down. They do it for 14 days, shut it down, process all the orders, and then we bring it back up again in about a month or so. So if you want to get some, now's the time. And there's hoodies available for fall. So if you want to jump on that, or if you really feel daring and you want a tank top, they're still on there. They are. Oh, yes. And Heidi went to a Louder Than Life. Wow, I bet that was fun. That's a rock show. It is. It is. Dewey said the hoodies look great. Thank you for that, Dewey. I appreciate that. So go back to Thursday, guys. Live at 5 on Thursday, featuring Who's Playing Out, brought to you by Froggies in Monroe. Over 2.5, I think, thousand views this week. So pretty good viewership on that one. And we appreciate all your shares, likes, loves, and all the things that make that happen on Thursday, and your support of the venues and the musicians that we talk about in the tri-state. Hello, Carrie. Thanks for joining us today. Good to have you with us. So over 60 comments today on the page from folks who said they saw people playing out over the weekend. So if you saw somebody playing out and you didn't get it on there, throw it on. And please make sure when you do that, you shout out the venue, you know, not just the artist, but the venues, because without the venues, it ain't happening. Those guys will be playing in their basement, doing it live on the Book of Face or something. So please make sure you throw that in there when you say you saw somebody play over the weekend. Tell us where you saw them play and give that venue a little shout out. We'd appreciate it. Hi, Ross Davis. Thank you for dropping by today. So I want to get started with my list of the weekend. Again, throw yours in there. If you want to get them in the comments, we'll pop them up on the screen. And if you like somebody we're talking about, also please drop it a little comment. We'd love to hear it, or hit that thumbs up button on the Book of Face or the love button or whatever you can hit. We'd appreciate that very, very much. All right, let's start with our Thursday. That's where our weekend of music started. Well, actually, it started back, but we talked about it on Wednesday with Name That Tune, which was a huge crowd at Heather's, as always. We had a great time, even despite Mother Nature and her temperamental bitchiness, I guess, if you want to call it that. 100-degree temperatures that day. But now it won't be this week. It'll be sweatshirt weather. So it's Ohio. You know how it is. It's Ohio. It is. Monique saw the Corn Stand Jam at River's Edge with a big smile, she said. That's a great event. And Rooster Fries carried the Black Violets live on the station. There you go. From Nick and Norm's Tavern in Hamilton. I bet that's a feat to pull off audio-wise. That's probably a little bit of fun to try to get a good feed on that. All right, let me talk about the Bell and the Bear on Thursday. That's where I went. And before we get too deep into the Bell and the Bear, I want to talk about their fundraiser coming up this Sunday. Mark your calendars, block it out for Sunday. Women Who Rock at the Bell and the Bear. Now, I'm going to encourage you to go to the Bell and the Bear's new page, and there's links all over the Book of Face for that. If you didn't hear the story, they lost their, due to a hacker, they lost their main page, 10,000 likes and all that on that page, and they're trying to rebuild it. So go to their page and hit that love button and like them, if you will. Smash the like button for us. And Bell and the Bear putting on a huge event on Sunday. The house band from the Jam will be there, along with a host of wonderful women who will bring you some awesome music along with fundraising and such. And we'll have more on that this week on Wednesday. We're going to do a live show about it. And then I'll be live from the Bell and the Bear on Thursday with Karis, featuring Who's Playing Out and talking about the event as well. So we'd love to have you with us. And we're going remote to the Bell and the Bear. And Jamie said the Bell and the Bear absolutely rocked on Thursday. And I can't put it any better than that. It was crazy. Jason Smith in the house. Yes, sir. The Weekend Effect. We're going to talk about them as well. I saw them over the weekend. But I want to talk about the Bell and the Bears Jam. Dave Wade and Rick Kern. Dave Wade from DV8 and Dreamboat Annie. Rick Kern from Blackbone Cat, the Eagles Project. I'm sorry, I'm wearing that shirt today. And Jim Cuesta, Jamie Combs, Kathy Laverde, Kevin Cooper was taking a night off that night. It turned into an absolute rock fiesta. I mean, it was crazy rock, incredible rock show with those guys. I can't even describe it. The amount of musicianship that went on Thursday, and the incredible vocals of Dave Wade, Rick Kern, and the rest of the folks. Jim Cuesta jumped in there on vocals as well. Jamie Combs, always a hit. And Kathy Laverde running the list, running the bass. They brought up Greg Anderson from the Classic Rock Experience, and man, he wowed me. I've heard Classic Rock Experience a while back, but I hadn't heard him in a long time. He got up there and did a great job. Did Maybe I'm Amazed, which was absolutely a killer version of that. And really, really good stuff. And I couldn't get over his vocals. Greg Anderson, his vocals are like butter, man. They were good. They were really good. Tanya said, saw that Arena Rock show on Friday at Riverfront Live. Yes. That Arena Rock show is a phenomenon, man. They are awesome. And I can say I knew those guys win before they ever blew up into the sensation that they are today. They actually played a music trivia for me that I did, and played at the end of every round. They played 3 guitar riffs, and you had to name the song the guitar riff was from. It was kind of cool. Really a fun time. Those guys are wonderful people, all of them, in Arena Rock show. But back to the Bell and the Bear Thursday night. Unbelievable. Like I said, Greg Anderson, Classic Rock Experience. Russell Jenkins, who, gosh, I haven't seen in ages either. He got up there and rocked the crowd, blew it away. And then Yolanda in the Lab, man, that was cool too. She played some great old music back to the old disco days and roller skating rinks, Boogie, Oogie, Oogie, and Rufus and Shaka Khan's Tell Me Something Good. Man, that was killer. It was really good. Hi, Billy Sutherland. Good to hang with you Saturday night. It was good to see you. Dirk Turner in the house from Crying Out Loud. We're going to talk about them in a minute. Ed Sawicki, one of the best photographers you'll ever know, people. I can't say that. Photographers you'll ever know. Yes. Awesome. Great pictures, Ed, over the weekend, by the way. And the Kevin McCoy Band pictures I really enjoyed. I wish I could have been there, but I had a ticketed event I had to go to at the Dayton Art Institute, which I'm glad I did. It was a good time, but missed the Kevin McCoy show at the Bell, and it looked like fun. John Barry's in Asheville. How you doing? Mark Robinson from Sweet Sister Mercy has joined the party today. Thank you for being here, guys. So as I'm talking about that, just the Bell and the Bear Jam, it's an eclectic group of musicians who, when you realize that they never play these songs or rehearse these songs, they just step up on stage and somebody says, let's do this, and they do it. It just shows the sheer power and professionalism of all these people that play there. And a really cool place. If you haven't been to the Bell, I know I beat it to death, but go see it. It is a music venue from top to bottom, and you'll love it. And get there this Sunday for that Women Who Rock. Come and see some of these ladies from Cincinnati area who are going to blow you away with their vocal talents, along with the house band and that's going on at the Bell. And like I said, I'll be live from the Bell on Thursday, and also on Wednesday. We're working out a showtime on that one to get some folks on to talk about the event, as well as some big stars that are coming to that event. So we're looking forward to that, and we'll have that on Wednesday for you. Hello, Gary, my resident Gene. How you doing? Robert James, good to see you. Patrick Witt, it was great to see you Sunday as well. Yes. In fact, I posted a picture of us, I think, on the Book of Face. I did. Hi, Steven. Thanks for dropping in. All right, guys, let me get on here because we've got a ton to talk about. Let me move on. Thank you to the Bell on Thursday for the hospitality, as always, and Karis for her crappy sign she always makes in my honor. Thomas. That's all I got to say. All right, Friday night, Dayton Art Institute. Rewind. Dayton Art Institute preview party featuring our friends from the Weekend Effect. Daniel's on here. I know Daniel Brosh is on here right now, and wow, what a great time it was Friday night at the Dayton Art Institute. Couldn't have been a prettier night to begin with. It was beautiful outside, and a beautiful night there to be under the stars, enjoying some German brews and watching the Weekend Effect. And just some of the songs they played in their set list, they were everywhere. I mean, all the bands I saw there over the weekend really appealed to the crowd. I mean, they did stuff like Hey Ya. They went into Pink Floyd, Bruno Mars, Bon Jovi. The White Stripes. Let me remember a few of these. The Eurythmics. Then, jumping into Footloose and having the dance floor packed on that one. Def Leppard. Old Town Road. Stacy's Mom and Jesse's Girl. So, if Jesse's Girl wasn't enough, we had to throw Stacy's Mom in the mix. They did a great job. And the sound was good. The night was good. Just a fun time. This is a ticketed event every year at the Dayton Art Institute. And for those of you that understand festivals and events, you know that this is interesting when they charge a one price. And I don't know what the exact ticket price, because mine was not that way, but I think it's like $70 a person to get into this ticketed preview event for Oktoberfest. And the place is packed. I mean, there's thousands of people there. But the thing about it is for $70, it's all you can drink. Now, by the end of the night, things get a little crazy when that happens. I watch people go up and get these 8% beers at the beer truck and get two of them, get right back in line, drink those two while they're in line, and drink another two and just keep going. So, Daniel thinks he drank $70 in beer. Well, at the price of $6 a beer. Yeah, I bet you did. I mean, I think I did. We had a great time, though. Beer and wine was flowing, and for that entry price, and the band was doing a great job. They had some wonderful food and just a really good time at Dayton Art Institute. So I want to tell you, Dirk says professionals. Yeah, they were varsity squad, my friend. I want to tell you, if you haven't liked the Weekend Effects page, go to the Book of Face, find the Weekend Effect, and like their page. And Daniel, if you're out there, throw a link in, if you will, into the comments so people can grab it after the show for the Weekend Effect. Follow them, guys. They play a lot of area festivals and a lot of the clubs around town. We mention them a lot on our show on Thursdays, Who's Playing Out. So the Weekend Effect, thank you, Daniel Brosh and company, for a great time. Your vocalist, he killed it. I mean, he absolutely killed it. I never had a chance to meet him that night, but I'm going to try the next time to get to know him, because what a voice, man. He was a good dude and had a great time up there on the stage, I'm sure. So that was our Friday night, Dayton Art Institute, and I got to keep it cranking. Let me get to Saturday. And if you saw somebody play over the weekend, please make sure you throw it in the comments. Thank you, Daniel Brosh, for throwing the Weekend Effect 937. I knew there was something that tagged onto that, and I didn't write it down that night. So the Weekend Effect 937, find them on the Book of Face, guys, and do it. And Heather said, "Hey, buddy," and then found out that it's Jerry. See, all this time I thought it was Heather, but it's okay, because I'll take Jerry. Jerry's a good guy. Good to have you with us. I want to talk about Heather's for just a minute. Saturday, I got to see a couple hours of Crying Out Loud after spending the day at a football game outside and doing some other things for the old grandkids. Had a chance. I thought you'd be bigger, Jerry. Got a chance to go down to Heather's and enjoy John, Stephanie, Sarah, Dirk, Dave, and Niles. Man, Crying Out Loud. The one set I saw, I wrote a lot of the songs down because I didn't want to forget them. And I always tout about Crying Out Loud and their vocal ability. You'll never see a band locally, I don't think, that has three upfront singers, just singers. John occasionally picks up a guitar, but they're just singers, people. And then you've got Dirk on bass, you've got Dave on guitar, and Niles on the drum. I walked in the door, and Paul Cullen, who's a local artist, and his wife were there. And Paul looked at me and he says, "Wait a minute. We thought you were drumming for Crying Out Loud." Apparently, Niles and I look alike to some people. So I thought that was a little humorous. I said, no, they don't want me to drum for them. But Niles does a great job of keeping time up there on the stage. Some of the songs they pulled off on Saturday night, and you know what was a little disappointment to me? It was a quiet night at Heather's. There was so much going on. Ohio State Buckeyes football, Art Institute was going on with the Oktoberfest. Party Punch was down there. A lot of people. Lebanon, a big Apple Fest, all kinds of stuff going on out there. So you compete with a lot of things. But what was a shame was there wasn't more people there to cheer on Crying Out Loud, because they were awesome that night. They were on their game, doing a great job, sang songs like The Look, Hit Me With Your Best Shot. Stephanie killed Tesla's Love Song. Just absolutely killed it. REO Speedwagon, Take It on the Run. Jet Airliner, She Talks to Angels. Sarah, man, blew me away with that. Boys of Summer, John up there. Yeah, I mean, just so many of them that these guys play. It's a wonderful lineup. Robert was there Saturday, said he had a great time. Good to see you that night, Robert. There, it's Saturday at Heather's as well. Jesse's Girl, Modern English, Melt With You, Standing on Top of the World, Sweet Home Alabama, and Kiss, Rock and Roll All Night, Party Every Day. Dirk slamming the Gene bass as he was. Some good stuff. And Crying Out Loud, they're a great band. Go follow them. Anybody we talk about on here, please hit that follow button or like button on their page, because it is important that you support these folks. And they kind of stepped in there due to an illness issue and having to take a night off. Somebody having to take a night off, and they jumped on the gig last minute, and it was cool. I mean, really cool. And there are so many comments coming in, guys. I'm trying to get to all of them here. There was a big one earlier I think I missed, but we'll get to it at some point. Yes. Bengals play at home Thursday night, Gary said. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Yes. Daniel put his link in there. Jim McCarthy put a link in there to the Weekend Effect too. Jim is my producer at a distance. Thank you for that. Dirk, I appreciate you, man. You guys are always one of the most hospitable bands. One thing I admire about Crying Out Loud is they work the audience on the breaks. Sometimes it's tough for them to get away from the audience on a break and get back up on stage. They were trying to pull everybody together to do that after the set I saw, because everybody wants a piece of them to talk to them for a little bit and all that. Just remember, folks, they're there to play music. Get them back up there. Hi, Bill. Thanks for being here. Good to have you. And what's Buckeye Dave Shields have to say? Let's throw it in there. There it is. All right. I'll leave that up. A little shameless plug. If you missed the show, you better be dead or in jail. Wow. That's a threat. I love it. Rooster Fries is supporting local music. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. So, yeah, thank you to Crying Out Loud. Heather's always a great hospitable place, a wonderful place to see a band. And really, it was cool. And, Heather was off that night. Jerry, I think, just posted something about that. But Heather deserves a night off. She works extremely hard, especially when all our college kids go back to school at this time of year, to keep that place running for you and to keep the things shaking and happening. And her staff does a great job down there. Bailey was killing it behind the bar in the barn, and all the other servers out there just making it happen. They were. Jim McCarthy, thank you so much, buddy. Roy Wesson in the house. How are you? Sepia heyday. And there is a Crying Out Loud, right? Is that the link to Crying Out Loud? Thank you for that, if it is. Appreciate that. And yeah, Randy saying Crying Out Loud is awesome. And Billy says, love Heather. Yes, we all love Heather. A lot of venue owners could take lessons from Heather. She does a great job. She does. And she's a hard worker too. She's not just sitting back having a drink watching her venue like you see some owners. No. She makes it happen. She does. All right. I've got to get through the rest of the list here, guys. Let me hit it up. Thank you, Crying Out Loud, for Saturday night. Again, wonderful, wonderful stuff. And yeah, Billy's going to be there tonight with White Knuckle Weekend. They're going to be there with a fundraiser going on for, I think it's Twigs. Is that it? Children's Medical Center happening. What time's that going off, Billy, tonight? And is it open or is it a private event? Throw it up there, if you will. All right, Sunday. What a lineup. Listen to this lineup, people. Dayton Oktoberfest on Sunday, starting at noon, going till 7 p.m. We had Truck, Ithaca, and Spongeworthy. Doesn't get any better than that, people. It doesn't. 6:30 to 9:30 tonight at Heather's, Billy said. Thank you for that. It does not get much better than Truck, Ithaca, and Spongeworthy. Let's start out with the boys from Truck. One of my favorites always. And they do, Billy says, tickets at the door. Thank you. Okay. and they do some wonderful things. Truck does. They play a lot of really cool music, a lot of music you don't normally hear being played by a lot of bands. The Jason Isbell Cover Me Up, Morgan Wallen made it a big hit as well. I Feel a Good One. Right Where I Want to Be, Pink Houses, Eastbound and Down. I mean, you hear that, that's good when they're playing that one, and they jam that song. It's one of my favorites by them, taking you back to the old Smokey and the Bandit days. And Dirk says Truck. Yeah, absolutely. Great lineup it was on Sunday down there. Great music all day. We parked our butts in a table right up front where the band was. It was unbelievable people watching by the end of the day. Let me tell you. I mean, when I'm talking people watching, yeah, it was I'll just leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. Throw that up there. What Bill got to see over the weekend. Thank you for that, Bill. And one of my favorites that Truck does, Crazy for You by Madonna. Typically, if I end up somewhere, I get this crazy shout out that's my favorite song of all time. And Crazy, it is. I love their version. It's a bluegrass version of it, and they kill it. And then White House Road, Tyler Childers tune they throw in there. That's a good one as well. So Truck said, so damn fun. Yeah, what he remembers of it. Yeah, well, those 8% beers will get you every time in Germany, won't they? They will. And I dig Pig. I got you, Dale, for what Bill said. I think he just, that's a typo probably. All right. Let me keep rolling though. Thank you to the boys from Truck. I got a good picture of them on our page all together. It's not often you get them all thrown together at 10 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, Ty says, okay. Well, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, Ty. It's 5 o'clock in Germany probably at that time. So you're all right on Oktoberfest, but man, those beers were good. They went down easy. We had a chance to watch some great music all day, including Truck. And guys, they play around a lot. Follow their page on the Book of Face and go out and see a Truck show. You'll not be disappointed. The wonderful vocals of Ty Richards, and then Nick Wheeler with his vocals, Kenny Utley with his vocals. They're vocally deep. It's cool. It is. It's cool. And guitar playing that's just unbelievable. Unbelievable. You're welcome, Ty. Thanks for being here, man. I appreciate you stopping by the show today. A couple more things I want to chat about because we're running out of time and we're running out of patience for most people because they leave when it starts to get this long. So let me get to the rest of this. The middle of the day there, 2:30 to 4:30 was Ithaca. And The Flies, Got You Where I Want You. Who plays that? It was amazing. Surrender, Save a Horse, Ride a Cowboy, Don't You Forget About Me, a little Breakfast Club. We were all throwing our fist in the air. All right. Zombie, Champagne Supernova, Sister Christian. Oh my gosh. I mean, Ithaca. What a band. Tight, great guitar work. Just a killer band. And they got the crowd motivated. I mean, Ty and the boys started at noon. People were a little hungover, I think, from Saturday that were there. But they got into it. And by the end of their set, it was happening. By Ithaca's set, it got crazy. Nick was killing the vocals. Just unbelievable. And I got to give Jimmy Gard a shout out too on the bass. A lot of time bass players, they just keep they keep it going. They keep that thump going. Jimmy Gard plays that bass, man. He kills it. And Jimmy Gard's been with us here on All Around Town Radio, sending us their gigs for a long time. So I'll give him a big shout out as well. And wonderful, wonderful stuff. And second anniversary announcement for the Bell and the Bear. Okay. Thank you for that, Jim. The Women Who Rock. Yes. Thank you, Jim. And those of you that want to look at that can look at that link later in the comments and hear about what's happening on Sunday at the Bell and the Bear. It'll be a great time. So thank you to Ithaca. I don't get to see them as often. I caught them, I've caught them a couple of times close here at Heather's and that they tend to be playing the same nights. I have a lot of stuff going on, but it's always great to run into the boys from Ithaca and their families. They're all good people. And one thing I loved on Sunday is the support that went on between Ithaca, Truck, and Spongeworthy. They're like brothers to each other. And then Grover on sound, who had done sound for all these guys for years and years up at W.O. Wright's. That's a sad day that W.O. Wright's is going to go away. But Grover was doing sound. The mix was perfect. Couldn't have been any better. And then Spongeworthy hit the stage. And my God, for a three-piece band, Carlos on lead bass, as they say, Scott Elvis Miller singing the tune. I mean, what a great band. Detroit Rock City, Centerfold, Hungry Like a Wolf, Summer of 69, Boys of Summer, You Can Call Me Al, Sledgehammer, I Need You Tonight, Dancing with Myself. Listen to those songs. I mean, you talk about a party for the people. Yeah, Zeppelin. God, what else? Friday I'm in Love by The Cure, The Outfield. I wrote some of these down. Country Girl, Shake It For Me, Let's Go Crazy, Honky Tonk Woman, Sexy Back, and ending the show at 7:00. We stayed the entire day with Don't Stop Believin' by Journey, and the entire Germanly drunken crowd singing at the top of their lungs. You could have heard it all over Dayton, man. It was a great weekend at Dayton Oktoberfest, great weather, and wonderful food and drink. I hope they made a ton of money. It's their biggest fundraiser of the year for the Dayton Art Institute, which is a beautiful place. And we're happy to be a part of that and to have been there over the weekend. So that's all I've got for our weekend update today. And like I said, if you haven't posted who you saw over the weekend, there's a post on our page. We ask that you drop it there and put it in there and talk about the venues too. Tomorrow, I'll bring you a Top 5 Tuesday here at All Around Town Radio at 5:00. And also Tuesday night Quiztastic Trivia at Mr. Burroughs Tavern. That goes on at 7:00 until 9:30. Come out, enjoy yourself. For those that play, I'll tell you a little secret thing going on there. We're changing up round 2, which is usually some current events questions to begin with. We're bringing you TV trivia tomorrow night instead of current events. I'm tired of current events. They're sad, most of them. So, yeah, we'll be bringing you that. And then Wednesday, that live special with the fundraiser show about the Bell and the Bear. Tune in for that. Watch for times to be posted. And then Wednesday night at Heather's on the Patio, where we're always there. Call for a reservation, though, because last week we still had a ton of people. And we want to keep that rolling all the way through November. So thank you guys for watching today. Hope you had a great time with us. We had a great time with you. Until next time, we'll see you here. Get out and support live local music and the bands and venues that bring it to you. I'm Scott Hall.